to do a long bio because this girl is absolutely amazing. And I met her. She's a serial entrepreneur, one of the baddest corpreneurs in Houston. And I met her when I was, of course, minding my own business, but making a glam purchase from one of her very first businesses, Glamology, which I'm going to let her talk to you about. Her name is Annie Wade. She is the founder of the hottest new concierge Black lifestyle platform, Flight Club VIP. And she is also a very important voice in the Black travel movement. She has an amazing Facebook group, amazing Facebook page, and a great platform. And they are growing with very, very not only delectable, but carefully curated vacation and travel packages around the world. So we ain't going to Vegas in 2021. We getting passports, so we doing the things, all the things. And she's about to talk to you about the Black travel movement, vaccinations, COVID, what we're going to be doing in 2021 and beyond, and give her point of view on how it is to be one of the most fabulous and successful corpreneurs that I know. So without further ado, I'm going to bring her in. Thank you, StreamYard, because I can count on my people in as they're in the green room getting lit. So here we go. You guys get ready to say hello to Miss Annie Wade. 5, 4. Why am I counting? Let me just add her. Boom! There she is!
Hello.
Beautiful. How are you?
I am amazing. I've got my tea. I'm like you. I'm ready this morning.
Yes. Okay. So we have to go cheers towards the camera. So listen, I love the fact that we both have gold. Now you are definitely a glitter glam girl. I want people to know how fabulous your office is, as you can see. So we'll go towards the camera. 1, 2, 3. Cheers. Boom. Happy Friday.
Yes. Happy Friday.
We both have our metal straws. I love it. That is hilarious, girl. So yes, this is Annie Wade. So I'm just going to super quick, we always do this live. Let me check the Facebook group to make sure we don't have an echo. So if you just want to keep talking, Annie, go ahead and introduce yourself to the people. Let them know who you are, what you do, and how you became the founder of the hottest new Black travel lifestyle concierge service, Flight Club VIP. Boom.
Sure. Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Annie Wade. As she mentioned, I am the founder and CEO of Flight Club VIP. We are a travel concierge service that focuses on curating top quality vacation experiences for our clients as well as our members. We specialize in group travel experiences for our clients, as well as destination events such as retreats, weddings, and even conferences. And Flight Club VIP got started way back in 2015. Actually, it's just me and a group of friends. I always loved organizing trips for my friend groups and started off about 8 to 10 people on average for these different excursions we go on. And everyone just vibed really well, just bringing different friend groups together, different organizations together. And at the time, it just made sense to make it into something formal. And that's when Flight Club VIP was initiated. And we just fast forward now to the future when I started building things up. I know Nikki's familiar, that's on here. And then as well as Julie with the ski trips that I'm known for planning along with my business partner. What happened essentially was I was bringing about 20 to 50 people out on average to different ski trips such as Black Ski Summit. And I got tapped on the shoulder just from my experience and how the logistics ran and how well thought out the trips were curated, and asked to be a part of those teams. So I then started working with events such as MLK Ski Weekend that brings out over 2,000 people to the slopes, as well as different groups within Black Ski Summit. And at that point, we made into a full-fledged business, brought in Byron Lundy to be able to assist me also as my COO, as my business partner. And we've just taken over the world from there. So now we curate those trips for our clients, but also we still work on those niche audiences that have festivals and events that are destination focused and helping them with their needs.
Awesome. Well, that is an awesome explanation. I love it. I know the business, but I think my audience is really going to appreciate how you broke that down. So just jumping into the conversation, let's really start with the big stuff first. What is your point of view on vaccinations right now, vaccine travel, the possibility of vaccine passports, and how do you see that not only impacting Black travel, but the travel industry as a whole?
Yeah, so I would say my personal take on it is that I am vaccinated. We actually hosted a webinar for our clients to be able to speak with an immunologist and ask their questions. We're not going to be shaming anyone who doesn't want to get a vaccine, but definitely my take on it is I rather have the side effects from the vaccine rather than the side effects from COVID. And one thing we're starting to see a trend of is there's countries right now that you can travel to, and as long as you have proof with your app that you are fully vaccinated, you can travel into the country without having to worry about the testing that a lot of us are experiencing right now. So it's going to make it a lot easier and more efficient for you to travel in the future. I definitely feel like it's a relief and a weight off of my shoulders. Now I'm getting ready to travel to Jamaica, and I feel really comfortable about it, knowing that I am vaccinated and I'm protecting myself on these different trips.
Well, definitely, me being half Jamaican, first of all, thank you for not bringing any Western diseases to my lovely island. With us, I mean, like the young girl in Bahamas that got put in jail. I mean, our little teeny tiny islands, it takes one diseased person and then you wipe out the whole population. So we not play that. We not blood clot play with you. Get your rapid vaccine. Don't come down there and say what the blood are go on. Anyway. So,
yeah, it's amazing. I'm glad you said it, Julie, because Jamaica is one of the countries they're really big on tourism. We all know that tourism is what drives and fuels the economy there, and they're not playing around. You are having to get tested within 72 hours before you travel, but you're also filling out a form, and they're doing random testing even on site, and depending what you're traveling there for, they're even asking that you quarantine in your room. So Jamaica is not playing around, and there's a lot of other countries that are doing the exact same precautions just to make sure that you're not spreading in their communities.
Well, I absolutely love that. And I love the fact that we touched on, listen, guys, don't bring these westernized ideas because you will end up like old girl from Atlanta in the jail. And where you don't want to be is in a West Indian jail, right, Annie?
The last place you want to be. It's not the same. It's not the same as here for sure.
That's Shawshank on steroids.
Thank you.
Please believe. So let's then jump into, I heard you have a trip coming up to Jamaica, which actually bleeds really well into these amazing lifestyle concierge packages where you are carefully curating kind of these amazing journeys that men and women can take with you. You're taking their ideas and putting together these amazing trips and planning. So tell us a little bit about that.
Yeah, sure. So the reason I'm taking this trip to Jamaica is all about my clients. I understand there's a lot of concern around traveling right now with the restrictions, and people are like, okay, sure, I see the information, I hear what you're telling me, but I'm still a little, uneasy. So what I am doing is I'm planning a trip. Since I'm already vaccinated, I'm going to Jamaica so I can experience it for my clients. I'm going to be taking footage along the way, sharing the experience, doing some lives for people to ask any questions about the process, because I really want to make sure they feel at ease, showing the different safety protocols these resorts are taking to make sure that your safety is a priority. Showing what, the process is like with going through customs now and so on and so forth. So I think it's really important for me to start with Jamaica specifically because I have over 5 trips for clients that are groups that are going to be going to Jamaica. So for me, it made sense to automatically start with the country that's going to have the most traction for my clientele. But I think it's really important to get that firsthand experience instead of just talking about and giving the education, but that visual of it all. So that's what we're doing the Jamaica trip for. And while we're there, we're going to be doing site inspections and touring one of the Sandals resorts out there to be able to give some inside exciting discounts for our clients and just really give a look and feel for a resort while we're there. So knocking out 2 birds in one stone with that experience.
I love it. And that's a great comment that you made about your clients. So on the entrepreneur side, I want to know, what does a day in the life of a founder of a Black travel concierge destination lifestyle platform look like?
It's different than a travel agent. And, when you look at a travel agent, of course, there's going to be some differences with what they'll do for you. I'm not going to get into too many details because it may kind of shift out some, but for the most part, they're there to book your travel for you, your excursions for you, your insurance, and the buck essentially stops there. But a travel concierge, we're available for you around the clock. So my day sometimes never ends. I have clients that are sometimes on vacation. I'm getting, calls and emails at 6 o'clock in the morning, at 2 o'clock at night. I'm attending to their needs, whether they're on their trip or planning for it. If they have any need at any point in time, I'm going to be accessible for them. Right now, I'm working on a wedding, and I have a bride that was calling in while I was on this webinar. So I had to let her know, hey, I'm on a live. I'm going to call you right back. But It's ongoing, never ending. I'm just there to keep them at ease, helping with curating the actual experiences as well. So we're going a step ahead, and we're creating your hashtags. If you want prop signs, if you want themed shirts and swag, we're creating all of this for you. We're outlining the entire experience for your guests for the wedding and the bachelorette party I'm working on. Same thing, we're creating the theme, the whole agenda for them, the games and activities to make them feel closer to the bride as she prepares for her big day. So that's typically what we're doing every single day, just talking to the individual customers or that main group leader about their experience and what we can do to make sure that it's going to be enjoyable and memorable for every single person that's going to be in attendance.
I love it. And I love the fact that you have a very unique and customized, unique and customized experience for each of your clients. So with COVID going on and everything else, like with destination weddings and just destination everything, what are some of the hot trends you've been seeing? More importantly, what are people asking for from you?
Yeah. So the hottest trends right now, I would say, is people are working remotely. So people are living the expat life, honey. They are all over Tulum. You see them in Barbados. They are everywhere. So I think that's the biggest trend right now. So a lot of people are working remotely. If anyone's interested, blackexpat.com and theblackexpat.com are sites that you can go to see the hot spots and what people are recommending. I'm actually going to be heading to Cabo next month to stay with someone that is living the expat life there in Cabo, Mexico. So that's one of the biggest trends that I am seeing right now in that space. As far as destinations, we know everybody's in Mexico right now, and the floodgates are open. And of course, it's because they don't have as many restrictions as we do here in the U.S. So people want a quick getaway. They are going to Mexico. Places like Tulum is really big right now. Of course, your usual Cancun and Cabo are some of those hot spots. But outside of that, people are going to DR. They're going to Jamaica. Costa Rica and Belize is starting to open back up. So we are having clients that are going to Belize. You notice I mentioned a lot of Mexico and the Caribbean right now because some of the other countries aren't quite open yet. There are some different countries within Africa that you can visit. But if you look at like Thailand and you look at Bali, those places are not open to the general public. So a lot of people are staying close to home so that if you do get stuck and have to quarantine those 14 days, you're not so far away, and it's usually going to be a more budget-friendly situation since a lot of these resorts are building into their packages allowances to cover you for those days or providing travel protection in addition to your current packages to support you at that time.
Well, I love that you talked on the fact that if you do get stuck, the hotels are going to take care of that. I don't think a lot of people realize that is an option. I know as someone that has worked from home for 12 years, I would love to get stuck, knock on wood, working from the beach. Oh, I'm stuck. I'm in Barbados for 14 days. So you guys want to get back. So definitely those little tidbits that you're bringing to the table. And I put down expat.com and Black Expat.
Awesome. And I see there other things I would also recommend to people is to make sure, like for myself, I make sure all of my clients are booked in the Smart Travel Enrollment Program. If you are not going through a travel professional like myself, make sure you go to STEP. Is the Smart Travel Enrollment Program. You can find it on state.gov. More information. The reason this is important is because we want to make sure that you're safe while you're there. So the embassy and the consulate is going to be able to know where you're staying, how long you're there for, and what's your emergency contact while you're on your trip. Anything else, like if you have medical conditions, anything else they need to know of, you will have a place for you to be able to mention that in there. So it's really important for you to enroll in that so you can get those updates. If something's going on in that country, surprise, we're now doing extra testing before or while you're there. You get all of those notifications in advance. So I recommend that. Also with state.gov, it's amazing because you can go on there and find out before you decide you really want to go to that destination. Can you even travel there? What level are they? Are they red? Are they yellow right now? So that's really important. Other things I would mention is with the mask. I know we love these cute masks and we're wearing the visors because we don't want to mess up our lipstick and our love gloss. No. But just know that now, and it's been mandated by our president, an executive order, you have to wear the appropriate mask. So it's fine to wear one of those cute masks over, but you still have to wear one of your standard masks underneath. Not a scarf, not a bandana. You need an actual formal mask like what Julie has with Champagne and Melanin. That's what you will need for when you're traveling. Another key tip I would also say is your hand sanitizer. We know it's usually 3.4 ounces when you're doing your carry-ons. they are now allowing for hand sanitizer specifically for you to bring up to 12 ounces. Because, you know, we're hand sanitizing the whole time, getting our antibacterial on before we get on the plane, after we get off the plane, while we're passing our bags through security as well. So they have expanded those numbers to 12 ounces while traveling at this point in time.
I love it. I love all these tidbits. Guys, if you're following, go to Flight Club VIP. I think after this, Annie's probably going to put a list of tidbits on there onto Instagram. Join the Facebook page and her group. I really think that this is stuff that I didn't even know about. So this is absolutely amazing. You had said something that I wanted to ask you, and I'm going to remember, and I'm going to come back to it for the travel stuff. So absolutely with the mask, you know, I traveled for the first time to Miami a couple of weeks ago, and I will tell you guys, I'm not playing. So I have my regular medical mask, and then of course, as Annie said, I had my amazing Champagne and Melanin mask over that, so I was double masking. And then on top of that, I had my plastic face shield, because guys, a face shield is not going to protect you from things coming in and things coming under. So when you see all these real housewives just wearing these stupid face shields, that's the dumbest thing I've ever seen in my life. On top of that, another key thing, I also had my Earpods. The reason why is because your ears are pretty large openings. And to be honest with you, we really don't know how you pick up COVID. I mean, it just goes into your body from an opening. So my thing is, hey, my ears are open. I can keep my earbuds in the whole time. So when I traveled, that's what I did. So medical mask, fashion mask, face shield, earbuds. What do you think, Annie? Am I being?
No, you're right. You're right. Those are key things. Other things I would mention is travel protection. It's more important now than ever before to have travel protection. And yes, of course, with your credit cards, you can get coverage. Some people just automatically get it, just part of their jobs. I've even heard in some cases and programs they're involved in. That's not going to be enough. And if you want to make sure, because some may have perks that aren't the trend and the standard, make sure that it's going to cover you. What if you get stuck in a country? What are they going to do for you? That's not usually a coverage. So you want to make sure you're having that extra layer of protection. If not with a travel professional like myself, you know, you're doing it on your own. Just make sure you go directly through a company like Alliance to be able to get that coverage. And Chubbs is another one. Just say you get stuck. I know resorts are the key way right now to go that I am recommending. But I also have a lot of clients that love vacation rentals. Well, what happens if you get stuck 14 days and you're in a vacation rental? You can't stay in the same vacation rental that entire time. So at that point, it's really important to have that travel protection, because they'll give you up to $250 per day that you can actually utilize for your trip. And it's for 7 days only, not the whole 14 days. So you've got to plan accordingly. But it's things like that that you really have to keep in mind. So we're recommending that everyone get travel protection, even if you don't think you're going to need it. It's best to have it. What if you need to be airlifted? What if you have medical needs that are needed and your standard coverage isn't going to take care of that? It's good to have that extra layer of protection there. One other thing, Julie, I think is going to be really helpful for you all to know about, and it's not something you typically probably see online, is information on what it's like with the air filters. Because we've had clients ask us, okay, Annie, is it even safe to be on a plane right now? And we do have one of our Flight Club VIPers is actually the captain for United Airlines. So we utilize that person to get a lot of insight and knowledge. And one thing they want to make sure you all know, and I'm just going to give you information, just kind of paraphrasing, but essentially, you are not breathing the same recirculated air over and over again during the entire flight, all right? Just know that there's a process of air exchange, and it's going to go through the same filters like you find in the hospitals. It's like the HEPA filters. So they utilize those same ones to make sure every 2 to 3 minutes, you're going to have new air that's circulating throughout the plane. So just know that they are doing that. We're recommending also, I know one of those people, I don't know about you, Julie, I get cold. So I always close the top, the vents, so that I don't have it breathing, and coming directly on me. You don't want to do that right now. You want the air to circulate right now so that it can continue to flow past you. It's the safest way. So make sure that you are going in and you are keeping that vent open. Also, I'd say that in addition to that, the airline.
You're freezing a little bit on your end.
Uh-oh.
It's like pixelating. I'm just going to put you in the green room and then literally put you back in.
Sure.
1 second, okay? Okay, go.
All right, can you hear me now?
Perfect. Oh my God.
Awesome. Now we left off at Julie.
No, but you don't want to close the air vents.
Yes. Yeah.
Yes.
You don't want to close the air vents because you want the air to continue to circulate through because it's going to be the safest way for you to go. So keep in mind that air is circulating every 3 minutes. Keep your vents open and you'll be fine. Also, I was mentioning that airlines are disinfecting their planes with this electrostatic spray, and they're doing extra cleaning with the personnel of the seats. There's extra things you can purchase if you don't feel that's enough. On even Amazon, you can go on there and buy seat covers. There's so many different things you can do to go above and beyond if you don't feel it's enough. So just keep that in mind as well.
So I'm going to show you guys. Listen, as Annie knows, I broke out my secret stash. Boom. Secret stash, guys. I've been holding on to these. Ooh, I love them since 2019, 2020. I used to get these religiously just to clean the house, guys. I didn't know in 2020 these would become like Bitcoin. Okay. So I got on my flight, like I was telling Andy, medical mask, fashion mask, face shield, earplugs. The first thing I did, I popped this sucker open and I went from the headrest to, you know, the seat cover to the desk. I went straight Naomi Campbell on that ass, y'all. And I have 3 more of these. So I just store them up here. I'm only going to use them for travel. So if you're like me also, please get a hold of some of these. And people are doing the same thing. So no one's going to be looking at you crazy. In fact, someone will be like, can I borrow that? Sure, let them have one, just so they don't get their cooties on you. So, and I did travel on Southwest, and they did not allow anyone to get in the middle seat, which I really appreciated. So yes, guys, add this to your list. You got to get these wipes no matter what. Just like Annie said also, I do get cold really quickly. But the main thing on airplanes, I don't like things touching my bare skin. So even when it's been 50 million degrees outside, guys, I'm always the one with my pashmina, my throat. I don't like things touching my body. Like I'm just like a hypochondriac like that. I just feel it's like, you know, I always wear like my full yoga gear, so everything with something that covers my arms. It just icks me out. So like Annie said, cover up, leave the air vent open, sanitize everything, double mask, face shield. I'm saying put some earplugs in so COVID don't just come up in there and pop in there. But yes, Annie, those tips were absolutely amazing. I love it. And that's why you are a fabulous corpreneur. So I want to get into more about your corpreneurship and your journey into entrepreneurship, started with Glamology. And when did you get the entrepreneurial bug?
Sure. Well, little did you probably even know, Julie, I had a minor in apparel design and merchandising in undergrad. So I always was inspired about starting my own boutique. And it wasn't until 2014 that I decided, you know what, let me make the big jump. Let's just do it. And I did start Glamology Boutique at that point in time. It was an online boutique, but what was great about it is I held women empowerment events every quarter, and it was called Glam Day Out or Glam Night Out events, where ladies would come together. They'd be able to shop. They'd get education about hair, makeup, about styling, all these different things that would be able to help them feel really good about themselves, not just from the outside in, which is what the clothes does, but from the inside out as well. And we would always have a speaker that would come and speak to you about that internal side of motivating yourself and feeling really empowered and inspired to conquer the world. With the boutique, it lasted until 2017, and that's when Harvey happened. So with Harvey, my business was completely lost, everything in this, because I had a showroom as well, lost the entire business, very devastating. And I had to make a decision, like, do I want to reopen this business and start from the ground up? Because this was not something I had investors for. I took over $200,000 of my own money and invested it into the business and was not recouped from it because unfortunately it was flooded and the policy did not cover flooding. So I could either start from scratch and do it all over again or take a break and just reprogram and think about what's next for me. And at that time, I really struggled because I was like, I'm passionate about this. I love this. Do I want to do it again? Or do I want to just, take a break and just focus on my other endeavors? I'll pause for a moment and just kind of touch on the corpreneur world because it ties into this next part. Yes. So like Julie mentioned, I'm a corpreneur, full-time corporate America. And on top of that, have my business. I'm not the typical employee either that can have that true work-life balance that we enjoy. I am a top performer in my company, an entire company, number one. In 4 areas of business for a Fortune 25. So needless to say, I don't work just 40 hours a week for the most part with my corporate job. So throw a business on top of that, it's easily 80 to 100 plus hours a week for me on average. So always had employees in the past with the boutique, especially to be able to scale the business. But, going back to what happened with the flood, a really tough time for me. I'm like, I'm going to pray about this and see what's really next for me. Do I go ahead and relaunch and start all over again? Or do I go back to the drawing board and find things that I can, have more bandwidth for? And that's when my birthday trip came up. I had my 35th birthday trip, and you can actually see it back here. This very first picture went viral.
We love the background, honey. We love the background.
Yes, thank you. It took over 27 people to Turks and Caicos for my 35th birthday, and it went viral online, and it was going crazy. People like, Annie, plan my trip for me. And I was like, I don't know if I really want to do that. I really want to stick to our organized trips, which is what Flight Club VIP, the business side, was built off of. But I did a trial trip, and then I talked to my business partner, like, hey, what do you think about this? Because it's going to require more of him. He handles a lot of our digital marketing and branding. That's his focus in the business. Like, it's going to be more work for you on your side also. And he was like, let's do it. And that's what led the business to where we are today, where we're planning your personal trips as well, birthdays, bachelorette parties, frat trips, so on and so forth. So that was how Flight Club VIP came to fruition. Is my birthday trip this happened. Like, you know what? I don't have to worry about being so merchandise heavy anymore and being nervous about that. Let's go a service oriented route. So that led to Flight Club VIP. And I do have some silent investment ventures that's going on also, where I still get to focus on my passion of fashion business, but I'm just not the boots on the ground and doing the the actual manual side of the labor perspectives. But yeah, that's essentially how it got started, how it's going. And for me as a corporatepreneur, I balance Flight Club VIP with real estate investments, investing in other small Black-owned, women-owned businesses right now, which I'm really proud of and want to continue to build in those spaces. And also right now, we know it's popular short-term rentals. That's my next venture I'm working on, is getting to the short-term rental space, so I can have actual places for my clients to stay, whether they're here in the States or they're traveling to Mexico, the Caribbean. I want to have my own properties for them. So that's what's next for me.
Well, I love that explanation. That was brilliant. And what I love about Women's History Month is that you are my 10th episode, but you are my first full-time corpreneur, a shining example of having multiple streams of income. We are taking W-2s, 1099s, every income. We're taking investment income. We're taking, what is it called? Residuals. We're taking affiliate fees. Everything, y'all. It's multiple streams of income. So I want to cheers to that. Grab your mug. Let's toast to our very first corpreneur, Miss Annie Wade. Yes.
Thank you. We are securing all the bags.
I love it. And that was a great explanation. So what is next for Flight Club VIP for 2021 and beyond? Because, we're already thinking about 2022. What is next for the business regarding, what you can tell us? Expansion, because there is one little thing of expansion that you've done that I definitely want to talk about. And it's funny because, you see my business grow. When you met me, I was midway. You see my business, my PR service business grow from the ground up. And I'm just now adding on merchandise and products. So kind of stepping into your area. And it is like, oh my God. And I just did a few things. So you had a whole situation go. So now you're coming into my world on the service side, where it's just your intellectual capacity and, project managing and everything. And I'm going into the product side. So now we're even in that. So welcome to my world. And thank you for welcoming me into your crazy world of merchandising.
Yes.
I cannot print another label. I am done.
It's a lot. But the thing is, I'm a service-oriented person at heart. This is why I'm really passionate about being in the community. And what I just love about this business is I'm able to make my passion for travel into my paycheck. But also, I'm just so big on making sure people are having a good time. I'm, even before this, I love having events and things. I just love seeing people have a good time and bringing people together. And it just fills me so much right now. I even have chills just as I'm talking to you, to be able to see people, go on their trips and have these memories that'll make it, that'll last a lifetime. And I'm a part of making that happen for them. So I love that. And with this next part of our business that we're working on, is trying to figure out other gaps that are there and how can we fill those voids. I'll talk about overall, and then I'll get into something special that I have for you guys today. So overall, as we're expanding our business, we are actually in a rebranding space right now. So I know you probably see, I'll flip it up really quickly. That is our current logo right there. You can see in the background.
Yes.
So there's VIP. And we actually are going through a rebranding right now, and we have a new logo that's in the works and a brand new website. With this website, we'll now have trip guides. So those of you who just want some inspiration behind trips, because a lot of times people tell me, I don't know where I'm going to go, Annie. I have no idea. Where can I think about? Well, what's your budget? People don't always know their budget. They don't have a good gauge. So we now have trip guides that are going to be on our website so that you can go and look at the trip guides and get ideas of what ballpark pricing would be for different types of experiences and be able to build from there. We have a blog that's being built in also. I am kind of stepping into that space right now where I'm starting Chronicles of a Jet Setter, which is my own travel blog that'll be incorporated into Flight Club VIP website, where I'm sharing tips and resources and how I'm going on this trip to Jamaica, kind of sharing some of those experiences with our clients, as well as our members and other followers that just love this whole world of travel. And then last but not least, what I can talk about right now is we are going into the space where we're trying to provide resources for those who don't necessarily want to book with us. And it's not that they're like, oh, well, I don't want to book with Flight Club VIP. It's more essentially, I'm a travel pro. I can do it myself. There's a lot of people that really are experiencing booking their own trips and they want to continue in that way. So we have a new line of products under our Dream Without Limits collection where we can just be able to add some value to you when you're planning your own experiences. So I'm going to go ahead and show you guys this. This is the keepsake box that it comes with. And we'll open up and show you our travel planner. So the great thing about this travel planner,
our boss chat, you get the exclusives, you get the branding. Look at it. Look at it. Just yes for the gods, honey.
The new logo.
The quality, the customization. We love it. We love it.
Yes. So the great thing about this is, we built this during COVID because we understand a lot of us are going crazy and not traveling like we used to. So why not have something where you can start planning your trips to be able to prepare for your life post-COVID, post-vaccine, or just for those next adventures you're planning down the line. You can plan your bucket list in here, travel goals, inspiration, everything is within this planner. So it's great for those travelers. And also those, like I mentioned, that just like to plan your trips on your own. This will be able to help you be organized with your research section. It'll have your reservations, your booking numbers, your agendas in here, destination overview. We have a budgeting section in here also with money challenges to be able to help you save, because sometimes people really don't know what their budget is. So we do have a section that touches on how to figure out what that budget should be when you're going on a trip, and then be able to take it to the next level and start creating those savings plans. So all of that is inside of our planner, and we'll just open up so you can take a quick sneak peek. And you can see here, I'm going to get it on. It's our table of contents, but a lot of good content inside of here for you. We have goals in here, inspiration, and this is the back side that actually is going to come with an envelope, an inside envelope, so you can stick your receipts on and try to get this balance off. You can get your receipts in here, your booking tickets, so on and so forth. But this is not ready to go live yet, the hardback. We finalized the samples, and it is being printed and should be shipping off within the next couple weeks. But for now, we've got something special just for the Champagne and Melanin followers. You're going to have early access before we even launch our e-planner. So we're going to give you guys early access to DreamWithoutLimitsPlanner.com that is listed here, where you can get a sneak peek into our planner, our stickers, our mug set, which does come with a lid. We have our pins as well. So lots of cool things to go along with it that you'll be able to get early access to right now. There's going to be a promo code for you all just for Champagne and Melanin followers. It's going to be 25% off of our pricing. That's going to be available. So make sure you put in Champagne as a promo code and when you shop, and you'll be able to get 25% off. For now, it's just the ebook version that you'll be able to get access to, but you can get the ebook version. You can get the stickers as well. Then you can also buy the mug set and the pin. The only thing that's not available for you all today is going to be the actual travel planner. But just go in, you can put your promo code. You'll be able to get that e-planner emailed to you early next week. And if you purchase the other items, we'll be able to get those shipped out right away. So make sure you go on there, utilize that Champagne code, 25% off. And remember, this is a sneak peek for you guys. We have not even officially launched this on our page to our customers. So you can get a sneak peek of what it's going to look like. More to come, of course, when we have the official launch, but wanted to make sure we had something special for you all during this live that we're doing today.
Well, listen, I love it. I am super excited. I've been excited about this planner. And speaking of, events, when you come back from Jamaica, we might have to do a little joint Flight Club VIP Champagne and Melanin a little cocktail situation with the planner, with some merchandise, just so people can, now that you're vaccinated and safe, which was our main thing, just a very small something. You guys, we love a good exclusive. So maybe you might get to meet Miss Annie Wade in person. So, when you tune into my channel, make sure you guys go to Dream Without Limits Planner. Dream Without Limits Planner. Put in the word champagne, get 25% off. See what happens when you tune in live? Now think about everyone that's going to try to watch this after work, and you'll have the planner already. Boom. We love it. Cheers to that, darling. I love a win. I love it when we're winning. Cheers. Yes. And listen, I knew it was going to be green and gold or something fabulous because
come on.
Look at the office. We are literally one person. So just wrapping up, what would be the number one travel tip that you could tell people right now? And then I want your number one Black woman entrepreneur tip. Like, what keeps you going? What keeps you motivated? And how can you kind of impart some of your wisdom as a woman that manages it all and juggles it all with a dog, with a fabulous partner? We love him too. And just how do you kind of just manage it all and just still be fabulous?
Yeah, sure. So the biggest tip I would give, especially with the climate we're in right now, is to pre-plan. It is so important for you to really understand what's going on in that country, review the guidelines at that resort or that vacation rental, just really do all of your homework. Right now, you can go on some sites and they'll allow you to plan a trip for a destination that you can't even go to. So it's important to do your research, pre-plan. I would recommend, of course, hiring Flight Club VIP to do that work for you. But the biggest thing is pre-planning. Some resorts are doing your testing on site complimentary. Some are offering the 14 days. Worst case scenario, if you test positive, they're offering it complimentary. Some are charging a fee, a protection fee. Some are 50% off. So I recommend to do your due diligence and just do your research before you go to a destination. Know before you go. If you're traveling with a group, it's not required for all countries like in Jamaica to get tested before you go, but I still recommend, just for the safety and protection of everyone in your group, to have that peace of mind and knowing you're going to the country and that you aren't positive, so that you don't get stuck there, for one, but also that you're keeping everyone there safe. So that would be my other recommendation on that end. As far as a woman's entrepreneurial tip, I would say collaboration is everything. It's so important to me, believing in partnerships and collaboration, even with Flight Club VIP. I'm not a one-person business. I do have a business partner who's amazing, Byron Lundy, that helps bring this together. I'm really key on focus on your strengths and bring in the right people for the things that you're not as strong in, and for those weaknesses. Instead of me spending all these hours and time trying to figure out how to do websites and create graphic designs and create these visuals, like this beautiful visual. This was my business partner created this. I created the content and he came up with the visuals to go along with it. So having the right team could really make a difference. So collaborations are everything. I understand some of us like to secure the full bag for ourselves, but just even giving away a piece of the bag can get you so much further sometimes. So keep that in mind. And just outside of just partnerships in business, with collaborations in general, leveraging your resources and what you have to partner with other people and adding value, just being a value component to others, and that can open so many doors. So I would say that on that end. And as far as bringing it all together, oh boy. So work-life balance, I could say, could definitely be challenging at times, but it takes just making the effort. For me, I do have an amazing partner that understands the grind, understands what I'm doing and where I'm trying to get with this. And we have clear expectations as far as like, hey, babe, this is going to be one of those weekends I could spend time, but just know I'm going to have my laptop next to me. Yep. My phone next to me.
And my phone.
Conversations in advance. Yeah. It's always glued to me, and he understands it, and he doesn't pressure me. So I think it's like clear, even when you're meeting with your friends, if you're meeting for brunch or something, hey, ladies, like, I'm here with you, but just know I have client calls, something I'm going to be expecting. Just know I will have to probably, step away to take a call, or I'm just going to keep my phone glued to me for the while. And having those conversations, it makes that balance easy. And I can tell you, as far as that self-care side, with the launch of this business, I haven't been as good with it as I should, because I've been working like 20 plus hours lately. But overall, I think it's important to find things for you in each and every day. What I've been doing to find time for me during everything that's going on in my life is cooking and baking. This week I made, you might have seen it, I went posted online, Julie, I did and then I made a bread pudding with a spiced rum sauce. So I did this on different days. So that was that me time, that thing that I did just for me. When I'm on this trip to Jamaica, that's a work trip, but I'm going to do a spa day. I cannot wait for this. That's a thing I'm doing for me. So you have to find time to do things for you. Self-care is so important. Also showing value to those relationships that you're in and just having those clear expectations up front and explaining to them and communicating to them what's going on so that they can be understanding. If they can't understand, that's not on you. Don't hold it against yourself because everyone does not understand the grind and the hustle. We know this, like everyone's not going to come to the top with you. Those people, don't let that deter you from your business and your focal point. Just stay on your grind, but just communicate. Communication and finding that balance in some kind of way is so important. Even if it's just naps or 15 minutes in between a day, do it. I have my Peloton bike right next to me. And the goal is when I can take breaks, go on the Peloton bike, biking and work out. Pull out the app, do the meditation from my desk when I need that time for me. But those are the things that I would definitely say.
Well, I definitely agree with the self-care. Listen, on the gym tip, I finally have rejoined a gym, like a muscle gym with an actual trainer. So I'm not just going to the gym. Monday, Wednesday, Friday, I swear to God, he's the most evil man I have ever met. When I was texting you like, hey, I'm tapping in, the sweat was coming out of my hair. I was trying to pull it together. But I have been committed. And to your point, it just has given me so much energy and so much self-care. And it's interesting. I was on a date the other night and he was calling. And, I put my phone on D&D at 9 p.m. and it doesn't come on D&D till 8 a.m. So for me, speaking of self-care, I have found this year that just powering down super early, kind of getting in that bed mode, it has changed my mornings because I'm up at 5 a.m. now. So he was calling and texting, and I guess he said, and y'all know, ladies, how we slide into girl chat time. I guess he said, well, everybody got to go to work. You don't work like me and my girls, child. Right. It was a swipe left. So you guys listen to your auntie anyway. She knows what she's talking about. When you get that partner, he has to understand you're going to be on those calls. You're going to have that laptop sleeping with my phone. Okay, please. Yeah. There is never any of that. Oh, get off the phone. Sweetie, this is what pays the rent, the bills.
Support is everything. That's why it's key to have a supportive person. And as you're doing right now, you filter it out and you weed it out pretty quickly. Because I went through that same process. Those who understand and those who don't. Yeah. And the person that you can really build with. That's why finding the right partner that you can build and take it to the next level with is so important. And it starts with that somebody being understanding of your grind, even if they're not going through it, to at least understand what you're going through. Follow me, take a day in my shoes and watch what I'm doing. And when I'm working and I get it. You're not just saying it. You really are on some other stuff. I get it. How can I support you? How can I help you? When you find that person, you'll know.
And ladies, if he's not saying, how can I help you? How can I support you? If he's sucking his teeth or rolling his eyes when you got to keep your cell phone turned up and not turned down, you know what you need to do in 2021. The door. We love it, guys. We started a little bit late, but anyway, she hung in there with us. Girl, this has been amazing. I cannot wait for the replay. I have finally learned how to get chunks of the videos. You have dropped some tips, some gems, some really good pieces of the conversation. I'm so happy. And I know that you had mentioned that you're not great on camera and you're getting more into it. Well, I can definitely tell you, as someone that has interviewed so many people, you are quite fabulous.
Thank you. And I'll just say that, you guys, Julie told me, you're doing this interview. I was talking with her on Clubhouse. And I was like, you know what? And it's crazy because I went to school for broadcast journalism, but that was way back in 2005, 2006 when I graduated. And I'm like, it's so weird being in front of the camera. And, Byron is trying to push me from behind the camera. Craig is pushing me from behind the camera. And you got to show yourself. Go ahead. And Julie's like, look, I'm interviewing you. Yeah. And I'm like, okay, well, here we go. The floodgates have opened. So I appreciate it, though, Julie. It takes friends to kind of give you that extra nudge sometimes. And it's like, okay, get my feet wet.
And especially if I can put you on this platform, now you have a whole video. You have a whole bunch of content. You can use it to your heart's delight. Build that sizzle reel. Go back and look at your video. I critique myself, like on my videos, like, okay, I'm always talking with my hands. So it's like, okay. So, stuff like that. So I am happy to help. That's what we're here for. Collaborations, partnerships. If I have a platform that you can use. And, you guys are blessing us with Flight Club VIP. I mean, it's so fabulous. And those tips that you dropped are what my audience really needs and what I need as travelers coming up for me, because I intend to be on these airplanes and in these streets. So I appreciate that. Definitely. So I'm going to drop you back in the green room. This has been a Black Girl Boss Chat, episode 10 with your girl, Annie Wade, founder, guys, of the hottest travel destination concierge. That means she will create your experience and curate it for you. Flight Club VIP. Follow her everywhere. We told you, Flight Club VIP at Instagram. The magic starts there. Follow their Facebook. Follow their private group. And anyway, you're going to come back and chat with us after you do some travels. Kind of let us know how everything's going.
Of course, I will be honored to come back, Julie. Can't wait for our in-person talks and go over those goodies next time.
Yes, we've been trying to get some girl time, but we have to be cognizant of people's health journey. Annie is vaccinated. She's ready. I don't think I've seen her in person. This might be about a year. I really think it might be more.
Yeah, it's been a while. I haven't seen people. I'm one of those crazy people that have quarantined, and I don't go to the grocery store or anything. So being vaccinated, finally ready to safely get out, even though we're wide open in Texas with the mask.
Yes. And we wear our fabulous Champagne and Melanin masks. And guys, Annie is a purveyor of the merchandise. She has the mugs, the masks, everything. So we love it. We love the support. I'm going to drop you back in the green room. I'm going to wrap up in 2 minutes, and then we'll chat after. So you guys say bye to Miss Annie Wade. Okay. We drop her back in here. You guys, that was awesome. I am ready to travel. My girl just sent me some United Airlines thinking about going to Miami again. But you guys know I just went to Miami. So now, thanks to Annie Wade, I'm going back home. I'm going to Jamaica. It's been on my mind. Either Barbados, St. Croix, St. Kitts, VI, Bahamas, one of those. But I think I am going to be headed back to Jamaica. So I don't want to do another Miami trip. I definitely would prefer to get tested. And if I have to get stuck on the island, I'm stuck on the island. So ladies that travel, listen, get your coins together if you're going to travel. This is not Vegas or go to Miami like a hook boogie trip. If you're not financially ready to travel yet, don't put yourself out there and don't risk it. Just go ahead and stay domestic. But if you're ready to go overseas, rewatch this video. Get the tips from Annie Wade, founder, Flight Club VIP, the hottest travel destination concierge, curating your travel and consulting on your travel lifestyle. So definitely get right through the video, get all the tips. I learned some new stuff that I didn't even think about. So this is quite fabulous. So this has been episode 10, Women's History Month kickoff of a Black Girl Boss Chat with your girl Jules and Annie Wade, founder of Flight Club VIP. What did you guys think about the episode? Drop down in the comments as usual and let me know. And as always, give us a follow on Instagram. Click on our link tree. That is where all the magic happens. This video will be up, I guess, in a couple of hours on YouTube. If you're tuning in on the Facebook group, it will live there permanently, as well as the Facebook page. I love you guys' feedback. I love all of your comments. Let us know how we're doing. This has been episode 10. We got a couple more episodes to put in the can, and then I have something in the works for you guys that is going to be quite fabulous. And also, don't forget, save the date, Sunday, June 6th. The summer brunch is coming. Yes, we are in the final levels. I got a text while we were filming off the site scope. I'm getting down to the wire, but Sunday, June 6th, the summer brunch, it was going to be the spring brunch, but now it's going to be the summer brunch. I wanted to find a great location that was COVID friendly. It's very important to have a smaller brunch, but a fabulous location. So get ready for that. More information coming out. It's your girl Jules, episode 10, a Black Girl Boss Chat with Flight Club VIP. Anyway, we are rocking and rolling, and I'll see you guys next week with another amazing Black women entrepreneurs. And don't forget, great people do great things. Be great this week. Be great all of Women's History Month. Thanks for the support. I love you guys so much. You guys run up to me and say, hey, you Champagne and Melanin. And I say, why, yes, I am Champagne and Melanin. So thank you guys for running up. Thank you guys for the merchandise. Thank you guys for all the support. And I hope I'm creating great content that's relevant and valuable to you and your brands. So thank you for supporting Champagne and Melanin, where we create, collaborate, and celebrate the lifestyle of Black women entrepreneurs. We'll see you next week with episode 11 with another fabulous guest. Happy Friday. It's happy hour somewhere. Cheers. I'm about to be in these streets working on this laptop like Annie Wade said, because y'all already know I be lying. I'm about to be in these streets. I'm about to be at this desk. And I'll see y'all next week. Bye.